Welcome to Listen English Story. My name is Charlie. I am 51 years old. 10 years ago, I was married. My husband, Ben, and I had a happy life. We met on a bus. People say good girls don't talk to strangers, but we talked. We liked each other. We dated for 2 years. Then we got married. When we married, I was young, happy, and beautiful. I always wanted to lose weight, but I was not fat. Ben always said, "Stop your diets. You don't need them." He cared about me, but I didn't understand it then. Ben was a simple man. He didn't bring me flowers every day. He didn't bring me coffee in bed often. One time, he brought coffee to my bed, but it spilled on my dress. I asked him not to do it again. Ben loved me in his own way. He went to work every day. He called me from work and said, "Charlie, wear warm clothes. It's cold today." We had 2 sons. Ben taught them to respect me. At first, he worked as a builder. Then he became a manager. Later, he started his own company. We built a house outside the city. Ben told me not to work. He said, "Take care of the house and garden." I planted flowers. I grew fruits and vegetables. Our sons grew up and got married. Soon, we had a granddaughter. Her name is Gemma. Ben loved Gemma very much. One day, our older son said he would bring Gemma to visit us. But Ben said, "I can't. I will work this weekend." I was surprised. I asked, "Why can't you come home in the evening?" Ben said, "Maybe I will stay at my father's house." His words worried me. Something felt wrong. The next day, I drove to Ben's office. I didn't see him there. The security guard said, "He is not here." Then I heard the guard's wife whisper, "Poor woman. Everyone knows, but she doesn't." I felt cold. I called Ben. I said, "We need to talk." Ben came home. I asked, "Do you have another woman?" Ben said, "Yes." I asked, "Will you leave or should I leave?" Ben said, "I will leave." He packed his things. Then he left. My world fell apart. I cried. I felt alone. My sons came to see me. They hugged me. They listened to my story. I told them, "Your father left me, but he is still your father. Respect him." Days passed. I felt sad. Nights were the hardest. I couldn't sleep. I lost weight. I didn't smile. One day, my friend Grace came. She said, "Charlie, come with me." Grace took me to a children's hospital. The children had cancer. They were very sick, but they smiled. Their mothers stayed with them and cared for them. Grace said, "Charlie, look at these women. They have real problems. Your problems are small." That day, I changed. I started helping the children. I found sponsors to pay for their treatment. Helping the children made me happy. I smiled again. 10 years passed. It was Women's Day. I waited for my sons to visit me. Then, the door opened. It was Ben. Ben looked old and tired. He said, "Charlie, can I stay here?" I said, This is your house too. Ben sat down. He said, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't know what to say. Later, Grace told me Ben's new wife left him. She lied to him. Her child was not his. Now, I don't know what to do. Can I forgive Ben? Can I forget the pain? Every day, I think about it. Should I let Ben stay, or should I ask him to leave again? Ben stayed in the guest room. He didn't say much. I didn't know what he was thinking. I didn't know how I felt. I cooked dinner, then sat at the table. He said, the food smells good, Charlie. I didn't answer. I just put the plates on the table. When we ate, Ben said, I missed your cooking. No one cooks like you. I wanted to smile, but I didn't. I said, you made your choice, Ben. After dinner, I washed the dishes. Ben tried to help. I said no. I can do it. The next day, my sons came to visit. They saw Ben. Dad? They said, surprised. What are you doing here? Ben looked down. He said, I made a mistake. I hurt your mother. Now I want to fix it. My older son, Peter, looked at me. He asked, Mom, are you okay with this? I said, I don't know yet. Peter and my younger son, Mark, took me to another room. They said, Mom, you don't have to let him stay. We can take care of you. I said, I need time to think. That night, I couldn't sleep. I thought about the past. Ben hurt me deeply, but he was also a good father. He helped raise our sons. He worked hard for our family. I asked myself, can people change? Can I trust him again? The next morning, Ben was in the garden. He was fixing the fence. I watched him from the window. He looked older, slower, but he was working hard. I went outside. I said, Ben, you don't have to do this. Ben said, I want to help. This is still my family. I didn't say anything. I walked back inside. A few days later, Gemma, our granddaughter, came to visit. She saw Ben. She ran to him and hugged him. Grandpa, she said. Ben smiled. It was the first time I saw him happy in years. Gemma said, Grandma, Grandpa said he missed me. Can we all go to the park together? I didn't want to go, but Gemma begged me. Please, Grandma. It will be fun. We went to the park. Gemma played on the swings. Ben and I sat on a bench. Ben said, Thank you for letting me come back, Charlie. I said, I haven't decided yet, Ben. Ben nodded. I understand. Take your time. I will wait. Days turned into weeks. Ben stayed in the guest room. He fixed things around the house. He helped in the garden. One day, Grace came to visit. She said, Charlie, are you okay with Ben here? I said, I don't know. I feel angry, but I also feel sorry for him. Grace said, you don't have to forgive him right away. But maybe this is a chance for both of you to heal. That night, I thought about Grace's words. Maybe she was right. The next morning, I made breakfast. I called Ben to the table. I said, Ben, let's talk. Ben sat down. He looked nervous. I said, I don't know if I can forgive you, but I want to try. Ben's eyes filled with tears. He said, "Thank you, Charlie. I will do everything to make it right." We started spending more time together. We talked about the past. Ben said he was sorry many times. One day, I told him, "Ben, I will forgive you, but it will take time. You have to prove that you've changed." Ben nodded. "I will, Charlie. I promise." Over time, things got better. We started laughing again. We became friends. I still don't know what the future holds, but I know this: forgiveness is not easy. It takes time, love, and patience. Maybe one day our family will feel whole again.